That's all.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 915. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth. It's Mike Matthews, and look, Haley's joining us again. Today we bring you the fun segment called This Is Interesting.
Mike's Daily Podcast-915.
You talked over my singing.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to do it again?
No!
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I turned your mic off. So I made the mistake of watching the VMAs, and I am not so happy with Pop's DNA. There was lots of slut-tastic and lack-slutster minutiae. The strippers and youngsters have taken over with their pot smoke wafting away.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It's a Miley Cyrus world, and we're just living in it. Oh, and who represents rock? Jared Leto?
Mike's
What a crock
Daily
of... Rock used to
Podcast.
be on MTV.
Yeah!
Even if that used to include Godsmack and Headbangers...
Smack.
Headbangers Ball and Matt Pinfield. Hello, I'm Matt Pinfield. You know, he's bald like me.
Is he? You're not bald right now. You have a hat.
But am I... Does that mean I'm not bald if I have the hat on? Or is that like a toupee?
Schrodinger's head.
Schrodinger's head?
Yeah.
Explain.
You are both bald and not bald, unless observed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You blew my mind.
Yeah, so taking off your hat will change the events of the universe by revealing the results.
You are so Douglas Adams, Dirks Gently.
It's just basic quantum physics.
That was part of the book, right? Where the Schrodinger's cat
that's
theory.
part of Schrodinger's experiment.
Which is the atom. You let the atom, the nuclear waste disintegrate, and the atom will kill the cat inside the box.
Yeah. And that was an actual experiment. It's not from the Douglas Adams book.
And that actually happened? They killed a cat?
I don't know.
And you like cats. You're not really a dog fan. You love cats. So
I do love cats.
Must really upset you to hear this story.
I really hope that it didn't actually happen. But then again, Descartes, I think therefore I am guy. Based on his theories of the only thing I can prove is my existence and not anyone else's existence, he did experiments like boiling puppies.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because he was like, oh, well, they don't actually exist, so they can't feel pain, but he boiled puppies.
That just irritates me.
I know, he was a
Descartes was a dick.
Descartes! Oh, good one.
And by that we mean his name was really Richard.
Richard Cart.
So look who just walked in. Hi, Mike. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How y'all doing?
It's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What?
I did not watch the VMAs, but I was rocking on my rocking chair like I am right now and enjoying the night.
We had a huge moon over the weekend. It was a super moon.
We did.
Super moon, here I come to save the day. Pull down my pants, it's a super moon. What? Hey, so the one thing, though, that Jared Leto said was funny at the VMAs, where he's like...
I want to preface this by I've seen, the news and things that came out of the VMAs, but I haven't actually seen the VMAs, and also I think you're an old man with old man opinions.
Well, thank you so much. That's wonderful. Therefore, when you get into your 40s, I hope some young 20-something says the same to you.
Oh, they probably will.
Anyways, I find that Jared Leto said the following about what's his name? The Weeknd.
Oh, yeah.
He said this. He said, what did he say? He said, he's, really sexy.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of people have been saying that. I don't see it, but...
Which is interesting now that you brought that up. Mm-hmm. You weren't watching the VMAs, and you're like, isn't that your demographic to watch the VMAs?
I mean, kind of. But at the same time, I'm not a Miley Cyrus fan, and, like, it just didn't quite hit with me, and I didn't actually know what was happening, honestly.
It was a lot of pop.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me. It would be figuring out, who's big right now and seeing all the events happening that would interest me. And I don't work in top 40 radio anymore, so I don't need to know who's on the top of the charts. I focus on alternative when I do music work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see any alternative in that first hour anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect so. It's top 40. Maybe, like, a few years back when you had Fun with their single of the year, but, you know.
See, that's, to me,
but
being old, and I've seen the progression of the VMAs, and there was a time alternative was featured in the VMAs. And
back in,
alternative
like,
arts,
grunge era.
Even before that. And it's like, well then, you're representing this tiny sliver of music. Mind you, a sliver that is going to fade, because pop is this type of music that is just like here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, we laugh, we go back, you and I, we watch a lot of like 90s videos.
The Venga bus is coming and everybody's jumping. Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, what happened to that band, you know?
I don't know. They went to Ebenezer? They sang about it in one of their songs.
Oh, Ibiza?
No, they went to Ebenezer.
The Iwo
they did not go to...
The girl from Ipanema.
That's Ipanema. Yes, they went on an elevator.
Anyway, and then, yeah, so I found that interesting. And then, go ahead.
It's music. Like the popular music is here today, gone tomorrow. If alternative was mainstream, it wouldn't be called alternative.
True.
People generally, especially the target audience, it's a very small target audience for pop music as far as ages go. So they're here today, gone tomorrow, the same way as pop music. Pop music has stopped playing on the radio for the main stations. They stopped playing it frequently after like a month, and after 3 years, it's never heard on the pop stations again. So the audience grows up quickly, and the music ages quickly. It fits.
Uh-huh.
So it's not necessarily a matter of this is annoying because all of this has gone in a flash. It goes with the nature of the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I understand all these things, although I am old, and it's hard for me to process this.
Right, and you're sort of like, I want timeless classics that I can listen to until I die. And people that's totally not true. Okay.
That's why I love these people that I find. Like tomorrow I'm going to have Natalie Gelman on.
Ooh, I love Natalie Gelman. I've never heard of her.
But she's like amazingly talented, right? But she's not freaking Taylor Swift being played every 5 seconds on the radio. Oh, and Taylor's like, I've got a new song. Look at my new video. And it's like out of Africa or whatever. And but Natalie Gelman, however, is brilliant and should get all the money. But you've got these people that are obsessed with pop stuff. I guess kind of like me because I'm talking about it right now. Anyway, I'll shut up. Look who else just walked in. Hi, Mac. I'm the brewmaster. Oh, boy. Wonderful.
Hello.
Haley, let's do the thing. Oh, first off, the website is MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com.
MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Also available on YouTube, Spreaker, Podomatic.
Wow, you're
Tune
good.
in? Are you on TuneIn?
Yes.
You should be on TuneIn. On TuneIn. Most of those places you can leave comments, like, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies, share with the people that you actually don't have a good opinion about. Just be like, here, listen to this podcast.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and then they'll listen to it and be like, why did you recommend this? This is the worst thing I've ever heard. And then we'll all have a laugh, except for me, who's going to be crying in the corner.
Is that okay to say? Because, hurtful things make me want to cry.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say them to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know we're going to get hurtful things now because there are going to be people like, ooh, cool, I can make them cry.
Negative feedback is still feedback.
That's true.
Negative attention is still attention.
How about a negative number?
Negative numbers? I don't know. Negative square roots don't exist.
That's true. Maris Stream Live, we're also on there.
Yep. Whatever that is.
Facebook.
Yes.
Twitter.
Like 5 different pages on
Tumblr.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one for the place that we're at, Cafe Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast, Cafe Anyway, Mike Matthews. The interview one, I think.
Oh, Into an Interview,
Into an Interview.
Which we'll do tomorrow with Natalie Gelman.
Right.
Can I tell you, Natalie Gelman looks... She's... remember... Have you ever watched Partridge Family?
Very seldomly, but yes.
Susan Day kind of looks like Susan Day or Claire Danes, kind of like a young Claire Danes. This Natalie Gelman.
I am not good with actors, but
You're
I'm
not?
going to be like, oh yeah, no way.
I thought you liked actors.
I don't know their names.
You weren't on the last show, and the show was very much lacking. I have to say, Haley.
I did notice that.
Oh wait, Benita wanted to say something.
Oh,
Hey, Haley,
what?
how y'all doing?
I'm fine.
Do you like horses?
Wild horses? They're cute.
We should go ride sometime. I want to get my horse Nelly all set up to go.
The only time I've ridden a horse was in Australia.
Y'all were in Australia?
I was all in Australia.
Oh, no. Don't get him starting to tell some long travelogue story that's not even true.
Hey, this one is true. I'm not going to tell the story, though.
Nepal, like, no way, Nepal.
Yeah.
And then you ended up in Disneyland, Japan.
Apparently, like, I learned after I told that story that one of my girlfriend's coworkers is actually going on a vacation to Nepal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we should have that guy on. Or girl.
It's a veterinarian, so.
We should have that veterinarian on.
No, we shouldn't.
Can that veterinarian take a look at my horse, Nelly?
No.
My horse is gifted.
So can I look it in the mouth?
You should never look at a gifted horse in the mouth. Bye, I gotta go. Thanks, enjoy the video. Oh, yeah, and the Amazon thing. If you buy anything on Amazon, go through MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And then also, if you want to become an inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster, that's at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com as well. And we'll send you a special MP3 for thee from all the Cafe Anyway characters.
And if you have a request, I will sing a song very badly for you.
You will?
Yes. If you donate a lot of money, I will sing it well. Your choice.
Are you going to do that?
I could. It would be their choice of song.
Let's now do This Is Interesting.
Yay.
This is interesting.
Wow, this is interesting.
Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Strange days indeed. Most peculiar, mama.
That was a John Lennon song.
I have very opinionated opinions about John Lennon. Anyway, let's continue.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you liked John Lennon.
No, I really don't. He was a jerk.
Oh my God, you shocked me with your... I thought you loved the Beatles.
I like the Beatles. I like the Beatles all right.
Yeah, but the Beatles is like mostly John Lennon.
John Lennon and Paul McCartney. I like Paul McCartney. I do like Paul McCartney.
You're a Paul McCartneyan.
I like George Harrison's work. I don't like the Beatles, most of them anyway, as people. You know what I mean?
As people?
Yeah, there's something to say about the Beatles when 3 out of 4 of them cheated on their wives and got divorced and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyway, let's news stories.
Well, okay, whatever. I guess you want in your band like a bunch of Mormons or something that never get married and, never get divorced.
No, I'll just have
Catholics.
like the rocker drug user type people.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your fantasy band,
all right, here's my fantasy team for this year. I'm thinking Jim Morrison. I'm thinking...
Welcome to ESPN Boring Talk. Hey, all right, so hey, you're so wrong about that team, that Beatles team.
North Korea turned back the clock by half an hour on August 15th to create a Pyongyang time zone.
God, I heard about that.
State media said the move would defy the, quote, wicked Japanese imperialists who imposed the current system. It's just one of several recent experiments with regional time zones, according to Time magazine. India, for example, the state of Assam wants to create its own time zone 1 hour ahead of Indian Standard Time to match its unofficial tea garden time, which allows tea harvesters to end work by sundown.
Oh, how cute.
In Venezuela, in 2007, President Hugo Chavez moved the clocks back 30 minutes, creating a fair distribution of the sunshine to improve health. Now Venezuela is the only country 4.5 hours behind GMT. That's general mean time.
Oh, I knew that. We're -8 here, I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah, -8 or -7, one of the two.
But there's no such thing as negatives.
No, there's no such thing as square roots of negatives.
Oh, okay, that's
yeah.
right. In Crimea, on March 30th of last year...
I love the name of that country.
They moved their clocks forward 2 hours to synchronize with Moscow, foregoing daylight savings time and reflecting the region's annexation of Russia. And finally, Samoa, the Pacific island, completely skipped December 30th, 2011. Yes, December 30th never existed in Samoa, jumping across the international date line to be closer to New Zealand and Australia, their biggest trading partners. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Welcome to our segment called So. A great song by Peter Gabriel. Hi, I'm old. In your eyes.
In your eyes.
Go ahead.
Your eyes.
Sledgehammer.
Your eyes.
It's a sultry voice, Haley.
Your eyes. Okay, so, what do you think about daylight savings time?
I like long days. I'm like walking my dog like it's 7 o'clock at night. It's crazy.
But, the days are going to be long anyway, because the daylight savings time doesn't actually change, when the daylight is.
Okay.
It just switches our clocks. And did you know that the most dangerous day to drive is, right after daylight savings time, because no one is used to the sleep schedule, and, people are dangerous on the road when they don't get enough sleep. And there's so many crashes. Oh my God, it is insane.
Thank you, Valley Girl.
Also, there's studies and everything about how, kids getting up and going to school and just people going to work. And it's just not healthy.
Well, I don't care because no matter what time I get up, it's dark.
That's true. That is one thing we can have comfort in.
But those are interesting facts, Haley.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 more interesting facts, and then we'll get to your interesting fact.
I have an interesting fact.
First, August 10th, astronauts on the International Space Station became the first Americans to eat food harvested in space. What did they eat? Red lettuce grown under LED lights over the past 15 months.
Yeah, space food! You have no idea how excited I am about this, actually. Do you know what this means?
What?
We have grown things in an environment outside of Earth, which means that we have a sustainable way to grow food for anywhere we decide to put a base. On Mars, they're thinking about putting a cloud city on Venus, because Venus apparently has breathable air if you're above the clouds.
Oh my gosh, you're blowing my mind.
I know.
Thanks
So anywhere we go,
we can have food.
we can have food. The entire universe has opened up to us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is so, like, Space 2015.
This is so much bigger than just some friggin' lettuce.
And I like lettuce.
I like lettuce, too.
Lettuce is good for you.
Red lettuce is good.
Do you know what they did? Half of that lettuce was then frozen and sent back to Earth for analysis.
Oh.
Which means it was put on my sandwich, and I ate it, and I analyzed it. It was good.
It was good.
So thank you for blowing that story up.
Yeah, it's a good one. I love space stories.
The Final Frontier. These
It's
are
true.
okay, this is interesting. Human rights group Amnesty International approved a contentious policy August 11 to recommend the global decriminalization of prostitution.
What?
Arguing that removing the legal consequences will help empower sex workers,
Yeah.
reduce trafficking
Yeah.
and abuse,
Yeah.
and limit the spread of STDs.
Honestly, they have a point. Honestly, they have a point. I mean, on one hand, like sex work and stuff, I don't exactly approve of like the consumption of sex work. I don't know if that's a proper term. Like being a customer to it.
Right.
But I'm all for
Like
sex.
the Beatles.
Yeah.
They were all slutting it up.
It's true. It's true.
They were-
Not as much as Jim Morrison, but
They were slut-tastic and lack-slutster.
yeah, I don't approve of those terms. Anyway, moving ahead. But like, I'm pro sex workers. Not obviously even try. They have the worst not advertisement, but they have the worst like public service announcement on the bus right now. It just says there is no such thing as a child prostitute. And I guess they're supposed to be, they're like, any one of these cases is an abduction and like a slave, because it's like stop human trafficking. But what?
So you object to them saying a child prostitute because...
No, I object to them saying there's no such thing as a child prostitute, because the terms imply that we don't have to do anything because there's no such thing as a child prostitute, so there's no problem.
Oh, I see your spin
Yeah.
on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Why even
I see
bother?
what
There's
you're
no
saying.
such thing. Like, we have to stop the child prostitutes. We need to save them. Well, there's no such thing as a child prostitute. Obviously.
But child prostitution is bad, okay?
It is. It's really bad. So, if it can cut down on that, I am all for this legislation. That kind of thing. Child prostitute, abductions, and forced into slavery. And slavery goes far beyond the sex trade, but yeah.
And finally, because I've just like suddenly realized I got up at 4. Remote indigenous communities in Australia are buying Vegemite, the yeast-based spread. They're buying it in bulk to make moonshine in areas where alcohol sales are banned. But scientists said it was highly unlikely that alcohol could be made out of the salty spread. But they're going to try and do it.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how you do that, since I wouldn't see Vegemite as something you could exactly ferment. It's very salty. I've had it. I've had Vegemite.
He made me a Vegemite sandwich.
Pretty
He
much.
said, "Do you come from a land down under? Women glow and men plunder."
It's social commentary.
All right.
Okay.
I hope I never see that disturbing ad on the BART.
Oh, it's weird.
Oh, you see it on the bus.
I see it on the bus.
Huh.
It's weird. And then they have it in Spanish, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to play your glamorous song.
Yeah.
Because, let's play it.
So if you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home.
Okay, it just played.
Thanks, Ludacris. Anyway, so, Mike, I have a very, very, very important question to ask you.
I do not know who Miley Cyrus is.
Okay, that's fine. Next question. Have you ever wanted a jetpack?
Ooh, yes, I have.
All right, well, your dreams could come true for the low, low price of $68,500.
Ooh.
You can go to the website known as thisiswhyimbroke.com.
Oh, that's why we played that song.
Yes, this is why I'm broke.com. They're not sponsoring us. I just want to say that right now. But if you're listening to us, this is why I'm broke.com, and you want to sponsor us,
Yeah.
hit up Mike. I don't know if he's interested or not. I just kind of said that. Anyway,
Hit me up, yo.
this is why I'm broke.com is a collection of some of the strangest / most outlandish / coolest things that you can buy on the internet, including a jetpack that powers itself entirely with water.
Whoa!
Yeah, you fill it up with water, or you have like a tube that goes into a lake, and you can jetpack all over the lake with the force of the water.
I seen that in the commercial for Travelocity, or what's the one with the gnome?
That would be true.
Hey!
Travelocity, I think. Okay.
I'm the roving gnome!
I'm the gnome.
Yeah, he was flying around in one of those.
I love it. Anyway,
Woohoo!
there's a lot of really outrageously expensive things here on this website. If you want to feel like a superhero, you can get an underground parking dock where like your entire
Car?
driveway will lift up, and you can drive into it, and then it'll lower your car back down into the ground.
Ooh.
That's actually cheaper than the jetpack. So if you have an extra $70,000 and you're really kind of going between, you can get the underground parking dock and still buy yourself a candy bar. But there's also some functional things, some things that you might actually want to consider get, like a sword handle umbrella, which is an umbrella. It's a functional umbrella, but the handle of it is like a sword handle, so you can pull out your claymore. But it's an umbrella.
And it opens up.
Yeah, there's also like a bubble wrap calendar. So when a day passes by, you go pop. And it's really satisfying. You have to be really careful because you just want to pop all of them, but you shouldn't because you just want to do one day at a time.
That's interesting because Basil the Boxer, when you get bubble wrap out and you pop it in front of him, he like licks his mouth.
Yeah.
And then you give him the bubble wrap and he will like kind of chew it but really softly, like he's eating corn. Like
It's pretty cool.
bah 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 bah.
There's also some other kind of unusual ones, like you can get a lockpick training kit if you want to learn how to pick locks.
Oh,
you can do that, and that
yeah.
comes with all the tools as well, so you're ready to pick locks right out of the training. And my personal favorite is what's called a tampon flask.
Okay.
It's a little test tube looking thing that you can fill with alcohol, pop it up, slip it in a tampon sleeve, and hide it in your purse. So anywhere you go, you can have alcohol with you.
Oh, it's actual drinking alcohol. Drunk.
You pick your alcohol, yeah.
And it looks like a tampon.
And it looks like a tampon, so when the cops are like, "Give me your goddamn purse, I'm gonna loot through it and arrest you for having alcohol," you'll be like, "I just have tampons, officer." And they'll be like, "Oh, well, excuse me."
Yeah. And
This
guys
is
immediately are like, "No, all right, whatever, go away."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fascinating. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about the thing going underground, the car thing, because cars emit fumes and such.
Yeah.
And now you've put it in a contained space.
Yeah.
That must include all kinds of ventilation and stuff involved in making
Probably.
that. But still,
I don't know how you would get out.
now we did discuss this briefly, this story, last week, and you had mentioned that they made something that they only sold one of.
Oh, yeah. Because they list... it's not a website where you can buy these things. They link to external places where you can purchase the item. It's just a fun list of things, basically. But back when the Tron movie, the Tron...
The
other
two-
one, Legacy, the one with Jeff Bridges.
He's in both of them now.
Is he? I did not know that.
Yeah, he's...
I didn't recognize him in the first one then, because he's not old. Anyway, so back when that came out, someone made and sold a one-of-a-kind Tron bike replica.
Ah, okay.
And it was flashy and neon, and it didn't have the light trail, but it was fully functional.
See, I want the light trail.
I know.
That turns into a wall that makes things crash.
Yeah, you just crash it. It's not... It doesn't do well on the highway, you know. Let me cross this intersection. Done.
Well, let's go outside of... That was my last show, by the way, was me just complaining about signals. And all the freaking way to work.
Yeah.
So
it happens.
Light trail would have been nice. All right, as we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture, Haley, is of me with Basil the Boxer at a winery in Podcaster Valley. It's called the Twinning Winery.
The Twinning.
Or is it Twining? Something like
probably Twining.
Twining?
I don't know.
Maybe it is Twining.
Twining.
Because twinning would be something like if Tweety Bird was trying to be Charlie Sheen going, I'm totally twinning.
That sounds like Speedy Gonzales.
No, that is Speedy Gonzales. It's this boy.
I am totally twinning Speedy Gonzales.
So it's the most racist, horrible voice ever.
Kind of.
But if you can find it, Mel Blanc, who was the voice of that character, he did a song called, and I love hearing it every Christmas, is Santa, the hat I got for Christmas is too big. The hat I got for Christmas is too big. Anyway, it has to do with having a sombrero, which are great hats, keeps the sun out of your face.
Yes.
Hey! See that picture now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com.
MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com!
Mike, my horse can't wait to meet Haley. Y'all want to see my horse? He's right over here. See your horse? My horse? Millie?
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. That's a song.
Haley is gender inspecific, as is Benita's horse. What song was that song you were singing?
It's some YouTube fanatic song.
I kind of like that song.
You can look it up.
I want to play the fiddle to it, but I hate the fiddle because I'm the disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
I'm sorry your parents forced you into that lifestyle.
He's still on his rocking chair.
Don't be sorry for me. I don't need your sympathy, Haley.
Oh, wow, I feel some animosity between you two.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I hope you guys work that out. Maybe you two should get a beer.
I can't drink beer.
Okay. Now, maybe you should get a White Russian with...
I hate communists.
All right, well...
I'm going to get 7 White Russians.
I'm sure you two deep down have more in common than you think. Probably not.
I put a lot of yeast inside my earth beer. Oh, boy.
Brewmaster, I don't think you're supposed to put yeast in root beer.
Delicious.
Do you put Vegemite in your root beer?
No,
I would.
I put men at work in my earth beer. Oh, boy.
Yesterday I went to this Chinese supermarket right by my house, and I was looking for something to drink, and I found a Chinese sarsaparilla.
No way!
Yeah. It was an actual sarsaparilla, like in the ingredients. It was this sticker put over all the Chinese so you could actually read it in America. But it was like actual sarsaparilla was in it.
That's an amazing story.
It was okay.
And did you drink it?
I drank it.
And you liked it?
Yes.
That's great. All right, maybe we can find this for the next show. Sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla.
Thank you for being on episode 915-915. Thanks for putting up with all my opinionated views of pop music today.
Yep.
I like some of it.
Yeah.
You know what?
You're a fan of Taylor Swift, I know.
I love Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I'm a Swiftie, a Swift idiot.
Swiftiot. Is that a thing, a Swift idiot?
Guess. But next show, Natalie Gelman is going to be... Yes. I'm a Gelman man.
Now, what kind of music does she do?
Kind of like folksy, bluesy...
Singer-songwriter.
Sultry singer-songwriter, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the next
show. There are a few people within the popular music spectrum that are gaining popularity. Halsey, for instance.
Halsey
is coming around with that kind of a style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Halsey. I mean, Jack Johnson, obviously, is the one to think of when you think of that. But Halsey, as far as a female singer.
Jack Johnson went to the same college I did, UCSB.
Really?
Really?
Okay. How fascinating.
And then next show, we're going to hear from Madame Rutabaga, Valentino, and Bison Bentley are going to stop by.
Right, and maybe I will too. The world may never know.
Haley, I'm gonna make your life miserable. I want to come after you like a spider monkey. You watch out now.
I will use your rocking chair for firewood.
Don't touch my rocking chair.
Also, I'm gonna burn you in the fire.
You don't scare me. I'm coming at you like a spider monkey. Look out.
Oh my god!
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!